unfortunately it got a little bit damaged in transport. So these cupboards that you can see that are leaning, they should in fact be standing up.
Well, that's not like this over there.
No, it doesn't look like. I mean, it is. This is what it looks like, but the cupboards are all fine.
But they all stand.
They're all standing as they should stand. Yeah. So these, in fact, are these are the battery rooms. You know, I said there's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you've got your 3,360 battery modules, which you can see on this photograph here. That's what they look like as they're in the racks, and they're all in here. The smaller cabinets of the air conditioning. Here in these rooms here, again, there are 7 of them. These are the inverters. So they convert the electricity from AC to DC, because it has to be DC to go into the batteries, and then back to AC when it goes out to the grid. So again, you've got seven rooms, so it's basically one inverter room, one battery room. Here you've got transformers, here as well. This here is the medium voltage room, this here as well. So the electricity all comes in to this side of the building, but 50% of it, half of it, goes across to this side of the building, because there isn't enough space down this side for all the cables that they need. So they've split it so that half goes automatically across here. And here you have the low voltage room, and here there are things in here, switches, connections for the remote control and so on. This here, if you can remember, we were standing here, and I said this room here is where the technology is that takes the oxygen, filters some of the oxygen out of the air to stop fires from spreading. Again, as in the wind turbine, we've got inverters producing a lot of heat, but the cooling, there is a cooling system in there, but it's on the ceiling, so you can't actually see it here. But on the back here, if you walk around afterwards, you'll see that we've got the ventilators where the heat. Unfortunately, because this is a prototype, it's something that they've never produced before. They've got no experience to go on as regards how much heat. You know, they've estimated how much heat will be produced, but they've got no definite figures, and they don't know how often it's going to be produced, because basically they don't know how often this system is being used. So they've got no way of actually using that heat. It is actually just escapes into the air. But you know, hopefully the next time they build something like this, they will have the experience to work on, and they'll be able to think of some way of utilising this heat. I actually had a very interesting suggestion from a biology tutor that was here, who suggested you could perhaps consider growing some exotic plants behind here. You know,
in greenhouses.
Tropical fruit or something to utilise the heat. So, you know, perhaps something that they might consider doing. So here you can see basically, you can follow the path of the electricity comes in here. First of all goes into the transformer, where the voltage is stepped down, and then goes into the low voltage room, goes into the inverter, and into the battery, and then takes the same route back out to the grid. I mentioned in the presentation that this is for the primary control market. The way that works is that once a week on a Tuesday, so it'll happen today, the grid operator goes out to tender, and this system is actually marketed in a pool together with other power plants that can offer this service of regulating the supply to the grid. If this pool wins the contract for a week, then the grid will automatically take what it needs from the system, from the battery. The money that Energiequelle get is based on the fact that they offer a 10 megawatt service. They have a system that can work up to 10, can take and give up to 10.7 megawatt hours of electricity. So it's got nothing to do with the amount of electricity that actually goes into the grid. It's based on the service. What Energiequelle are selling to the grid is a service, a 10 megawatt service, and they get their reimbursement based on that fact, not on the amount of electricity, which sort of ties in with the fact which I was saying, that they don't know how much heat they're going to produce, and they don't know when they're going to going to produce it, because they don't know when the system, basically they don't know how often the system's going to be in use. Do you follow me? Yeah?
A bit.
I mean, hopefully, it's going to be in use a lot, but they just don't know that. So
it
that's why
hasn't been used yet?
it is being used, yeah, but it's only actually been was switched on a few months ago. It hasn't been operating for very long.
Mm-hmm.
So this is basically helping to stabilize the grid.
Yeah.
And if this proves to be the right way to do it, there would be probably many more that would be built. Because with the renewables, that's the problem with stability of the grid.
Exactly. And the more we go towards using more and more renewables, the more we're going to need this type of system. This is the job that the other power plants have at the moment, but they are nowhere near as flexible as these.
So what you have been now explaining to us is that what they sell is not the electricity that is stored in here, but they sell the capacity to store the extra energy.
They sell the service.
So if they sell it, they have to empty it in order to be prepared to take another in, or? Up to now, what they're saying is that it's never really full. It tends to be that the electricity comes in small amounts and goes back out again. But it's not full to capacity, no. But again, it's not big enough though to actually operate on its own, which is why it's in this pool with other power plants. And what's the expected lifespan of this?
The batteries which came from Korea, from LG Chem, and LG Chem have given them a 10-year guarantee on the batteries. Now, Energiequelle, or the manager there, he's an optimist. He thinks he's going to get 15 years out of them. Again, no experience to go off, so we'll just have to wait and see. What they've done, they've built in a few extra of these battery modules, so that the first few that break down, they don't actually have to replace them straight away. It's a 10 megawatt system. They're paid on the basis it's a 10 megawatt system, but it's actually a 10.7 megawatt system. So it has more capacity than it needs to have. For that simple reason that they don't have to, as soon as one of them starts to play up and have to rush out and replace it, they have a bit of flexibility there.
What happens to those batteries at the end of the lifetime? Does exist, any recycling process?
They will be recycled. Yeah, I'm not sure whether LG Chem will take them back, or what they will do with them. But they will be recycled. Everything will be recycled. It's the same as the wind turbines. The wind turbines were all bought back by Enercon. He built them and either sold on as second hand or used for spare parts. Or in the worst case, the tower can be used for landfill as concrete.
And can these batteries be used for something else, or is it just finished?
I don't know, to be honest.
Because are they going to store them somewhere?
No, as I say, I really don't know whether LG Chem will take them back or what will happen to them. I don't know. I mean, what happens to the batteries from smartphones is that basically the same as your smartphone battery, that's but just much bigger lithium-ion. What happens to smartphone batteries when they? How are they recycled? I'm not really
I don't know,
sure, to be
because-
honest.
I think they are recycled. They split the difference because lithium isn't renewable, so they need to use it again.
So that's what I'm hoping
We are
for.
limited with the amount of lithium, so this isn't probably the best way. Maybe we would be lucky to find something else to store the
use it,
energy
yeah.
to